Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be looking into the case of Victor Solomon, another case of Sunday Jackson. We'll be looking into the case of Victor Solomon, popularly known as Zidane, who has been sentenced to life imprisonment simply because he chose to stay alive. He was sentenced to life imprisonment for choosing to live rather than die. We're going to be looking seriously into that story, and I'm going to be reading out what played out, so we can see that the Nigerian society is skilled against Christians and those who choose to live rather than die, those who choose to live rather than offer themselves up as living sacrifices to the terrorists, bandits, or senior citizens, as you would call them. This is now the case of Victor Solomon, popularly known as Zidane. And this time around, we have decided that we are going to help him raise it. We're going to raise it and raise it until the world hears our voice. So the mantra we are bringing to you this day is Free Solomon, Free Zidane, and that is our cry this day. And we will not stop until justice is served on behalf of this young man. Now let's go into the background story. This is from Stephen Kefas, and he says, breaking. Report reaching me has it that a Kaduna High Court has sentenced Victor Solomon, popularly known as Zidane, to death by hanging for murder. Zidane was arrested by El-Rufai-led government in 2018 for defending his Adara community against Fulani terrorist attack. He was charged for murder in two different high courts, which one of the court acquitted him while the other now condemned him to death. That's an illegality. 2. Why should same charges be filed in two different high courts? This is another case of self-defense in Nigeria. In October 2025, I visited Zidane in Kaduna prison, where he assured me that since the court has acquitted him of the same charge, the other court will do same. Zidane's wrong was that he believed too much in a compromised judiciary where judges dish out sentences based on the accused's faith. Now, this is a horrible and deadly trend where people are sentenced to death by hanging, by whatever means, simply because they chose to stay alive, simply because they decided to fight the aggressors who were actually after their lives. Now, this was the same situation that Sunday Jackson found himself, where he was attacked in his farmland by a Fulani terrorist who wanted to kill him. He fought against him and overpowered the uncircumcised Philistine and eventually killed him. He was sentenced to death by hanging. He stayed in prison for over 10 years. And then Nigerians decided to raise the issue of Sunday Jackson. And on 25th December 2025, Sunday Jackson was released, though it was claimed to be a pardon. And this was because the United States put a lot of pressure on the Nigerian government that Sunday Jackson must be released. Now, Zidane, Victor Solomon, faces the same fate as Sunday Jackson for daring to stay alive, for daring to defend his communities from terrorists, bandits / senior citizens who are at liberty and at will to go on rampage, killing Nigerians unabated, unchecked, untamed. How long do we continue like this? How long do people continue to get punished for daring to stay alive rather than offer up themselves as living sacrifices in their own father's land? Like I always say, Nigeria is eating up her own. And this is another example of Nigeria eating up her own. Punishing someone who chose to defend themselves against oppressors. Now we have seen that the entire Nigerian state is against the Christian faith, particularly up there in the north. That Christians are killed unabated, unchecked. When they cry out, they tag them all manner of names. They claim they are burying empty coffins. And when you stand and defend yourself, oh, you are accused of murder. Yet those who murder Nigeria at will, those who are on rampage, on killing spree, killing Nigerians in their numbers, in hundreds, in 200s, walk away as senior citizens with much respect, with soldiers guarding, filming them, while the ordinary Nigerians who dare to defend themselves get slammed and labeled as a criminal and sentenced to life imprisonment. We will not allow Zidane to go down without a fight. So join me in this particular fight as we decide this time to raise it for Solomon Victor, just as we did for Sunday Jackson. So the mantra is free Solomon Victor, free Zidane. Enough is enough. For those who are still wondering if you want to join the fight, please join the fight, because it can actually happen to you any day and any time. And like I always say, may Nigeria never happen to us. Let's get your thoughts rolling in the comment section. See you around. Bye bye, and stay safe. Stay away from senior citizens.